Hey there YouTube, this is Getrdunne with the battle between myself and the Tower Tycoon leader Palmer. To start off this battle, he sends out his Melodic. I've had a lot of problems with this guy in the past. He always seems to use Hypnosis, and no matter what, it never misses. So I thought I'd use the same strategy on him. Put him to sleep its very first turn, Spore. Smeargles are just completely annoying, first of all. I follow up with Stealth Rocks, because I know he's got a Dragonite somewhere in his team, and that'll definitely knock down its HP. It'll be very helpful. I also use Taunt to prevent him from using Hypnosis on me, which would really mess with my plans and really just annoy me like hell. I start using Spikes next to knock down a little bit of HP off of Rhyperior when it comes in. That's his third Pokemon. It's kind of can be annoying, especially with its bulkiness. Melodic ends up waking up on that turn and uses Surf. Almost KOs me, which I guess it really wouldn't have mattered anyway because he's sashed. But I put him back to sleep and continue setting up on him. I was going to bring in, after I taunt him first, of course, because I hate Hypnosis. It's really such a pain. I end up bringing in my Umbreon here. This guy's an absolute beast, especially once he gets set up. It's just phenomenal. It's got a moveset of Curse, Wish, Payback, and Yawn. Curse is an excellent move on Umbreon. It lowers his speed, which Umbreon doesn't really have too great of in the first place. It also increases his defense and attack. So, after a couple of curses, this guy is almost unstoppable. Melodic has a decent special attack, and as you can see, it's barely scratching Umbreon's surface. It's such a great mixed tank. I end up using Wish here to recover back some of my hit points that Melodic's been eating away at. A lot of people like to run Protect on their Umbreons, usually replacing Yawn, so you get that guaranteed healing, but I haven't really had much success with it. I don't really care for it all that much. But as you can see here, the lowering the speed from Curse is actually pretty helpful, because Payback's attack power is doubled when your opponent attacks you and damages you first. So that's always a very nice bonus. I can see that I can KO Melodic whenever I want, so I'm going to try and continue setting up here and try and get my HP as high as possible for his next guys. Melodic's Palmer's only real special threat, because Rhyperior and Dragonite, I believe, both run physical movesets, so that'll help out, especially if I get a couple extra curses under my belt. I can start doing a lot more damage and hopefully even sweep the match. I wish again to recover back the HP, and Melodic goes to sleep, so I get the free setup. Leftovers recovery is also helpful because it builds up. It actually adds up a lot over time, especially since it's Umbreons like this want to stay in for as long as possible and build up their stats with Curse and whatnot. I'm pretty much, this is probably the best I could get without spending another 6 turns healing up and waiting for Melodic to wake up and cursing up again, so I end up just killing it, or knocking it out. He sends in his Rhyperior, which can cause me a lot of problems since it's quite bulky, but I go to Payback since I'm expecting him to attack me, but I was surprised that I went first, and I didn't even realize until afterwards that he roared me, which makes sense since roar is a negative priority move, I guess you'd say. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Sends in my Smeargle, which I guess works. This was a little risky, switching over to my Rampardos, because the computer always likes to wake up on its second turn for some reason. Never seems to work for me, but, you know, I guess the computer decides when hacks applies. I send in my Rampardos an Earthquake, and it'll easily KO it, especially with Mold Breaker. It'll outspeed it with the Choice Scarf. It might even outspeed it without the Choice Scarf. But I decided to go with Earthquake because I wanted the guaranteed KO, even though I knew I wouldn't be able to damage Dragonite afterwards. I knew I could just use Smeargle as Death Fodder, but it turns out that he doesn't even work out the way I planned originally, because it uses Thunder Wave. But it ends up killing him on the next turn, so I guess that works too. Smeargle goes down, and I just follow up with Rampardos again. Choice Scarf will easily outspeed him. Use Stone Edge and just pray he doesn't miss, and of course doesn't, thank God. His computer's being nice to me this time, and it gets the KO pretty easily. So I beat Palmer once again. A little can be annoying, but if you build a team right, it's not too bad. I hope to upload another battle, hopefully with all underused and never used, so take care, YouTube.